big projection window this morning goes all the way to 2503. So we already know, guys, that from this line right here on projection is exactly right here, right about right about there. This is projection from this line. Okay, this is your top projection, right? Now your bottom projection is a little different this morning because this is definitely a shark pattern developing right here. It's already here. You got A over here, B down here, C up here, and then you got this mess. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Let's kind of get this like this because I want to see what this is doing. So I want to pull this back because I need this right here. I need to see this. Okay, so over here, guys, you got A. Okay, A's here, B's here. C is this first candle right there. Well, no, C is actually no. C is right here. C is right here. So this is part of C. So we either push above C candle right here and go to the projection, or we break C candle and break C projection down into what we call the D projection, which would be down here. D projection off of this point down here this morning is not going to be the same, okay? But you got to break. You cannot even get past D projection until you get to 24,700, which is about right in this area right here, I do believe. No, maybe it's this candle right here. It's about right here, and then it goes all the way down to about. Let's see. It's gonna be a little lower, I think. Yeah, it goes all the way down to just about somewhere in this area. If I can get this shit to work here. Come on, man. Right about in here. Right about where that line's sitting. Right there. Okay. So it makes perfect sense because this would be that candle down here is actually this is actually your B candle it's sitting on anyway. So B candle's right here. So you got A, B, C, and D's down here, guys. So your D candle sits down here. Okay. If that makes any sense, what I'm trying to explain. But anyway, right now. So we also know that anything above this line's a long. So that's good. Where's that target? 915, 917. But we also know that we have been playing on higher time frames at 933 down to about 869 in what we call a sideways move. Thank you, McCarm. So you got it fixed, guys. It works just fine. So you made it funded live. Awesome. So we're just waiting now to see if this is going to go up because we're kind of good. I wish it would have waited for me to get back in here. But anyway, guys, if we go above this, if we go above up here, we're going to probably touch 916 and break 921. And then we're looking for 935, 933, 35. So we're trying to hit the 915 right now, but our massive target is 949. So if we break the 915 at the open, guys, if we stay above this, if we stay above the 33, I do believe. Or right now, if we stay above the 5, I think if we can stay above A on the back side of A, which is over here, I do think if we can stay above A at 905 and get into 920 somewhere, if we can't get here, we can get 930 to or 920 to 933, 933 up to 950. So we do have a good morning trade lining up for us right now. If we can just hold the longs, right? Just gotta hold those longs. Everybody always keeps hearing me preach a lot about 9 to 11, guys. I'm big about getting out of 11, and so should people with money. You want to keep your money? Stop trading. This is going to be a factor right here. I do believe this is really, really going to get crazy right in here this morning. But, this is just a pullback of a down, guys, in reality. Because we did have a down move. See, here. Massive pullback, though. But you could pull back up here and just absolutely go fall it's possible. All right, we're getting back. Come on. I want this thing to pull back, guys. Within the next 8 minutes, we want to see this thing pull all the way back to about 888, 888, 885, re-enter and go up, right? So thank you guys for fixing my chart. I do appreciate it. It's fixed and running great. It was just a probably an update that I didn't have because I haven't been on. Anyway, guys, 904. Now we also are looking at the weirdness of yesterday. It's like, wow, this has been a massive kind of weird. This has been some serious volatility. I can look at this chart and go, what the hell is going on with this one? You know, especially yesterday, man. Wow, y'all had to seriously run up, man. Craziness. Oh, how you doing, triangles? Right over here, Macaro. It's the bottom one. See right here, the triangle, right there. See that right there, Macaro? Right there, brother. Yep, that's exactly where I want it. 888, 885, right there. That's exactly where we want the short, and that's exactly where we want the long this morning, guys. That's exactly the area we need to be in. Well, we won't know yet on the buy and sell order until we get that confirmation of what we're going to do. See, we know the market's going to open, guys. But what I look for when the market opens is how strong is the push off the first candle. Does the candle have a bottom wick? Yes. Right now it's saying short, right? There's bears in this candle, but we know overall long term on higher time frames, it ain't showing short, it's showing a long, okay? Now, we could pull back, and if we do pull back, it's 840, guys. If this does short under 888, it's going to probably go to 840. But there is a saving grace in there, okay? And that's what they don't tell you. The saving grace is 872, 866, 666, and then the other one down here is about 552. So there's three levels right in this area, retail levels that they have that could bounce down as far as 52 down here, like right around in this area, right about there somewhere, 52, 53. It could come to 53 and go poof right back up. So the bulls might sucker the bears this morning down to 52, 66, or not, or 66, excuse me. It would be either, it would either be 72, 60, yeah, 72, 65, 52 right here. One of these three little tiny areas down here could just sucker the bears and go boom right back up. So we're going to find out what's going to happen here. This candle here has got that sell pressure on it, but it's got that double wick, which means this is anyone's candle. Anytime you look at a candle, guys, with two wicks on it, it's anybody's, right? Unless you see a candle that's already started a trend, like this big one right here, with no wick, no wick, with a wick. With a wick means it's got mixed trading in it. That's what this means, guys. Mixed trading. That's all it really means. People focus way too much on these tops and bottoms of these wicks. It really means that the market is indecisive, right? See all these candles with no wicks? They're not indecisive. They're big ass bull running candles. That's what they are. And then when it starts fading out, you start getting a wick. This wick is a warning signal that it's going to short right here. There's your warning that it's getting weaker. A lot of times you'll see that, and a lot of times you'll see this candle right here pop in to let you know the bears are fixing to come down, and then you get the pullback. There's ways to read all this stuff too. You can read these candles very well, but you'll get stopped out a lot trying to do it if you're not careful. All right, guys. So we're trying to get under the short this morning, but like I said, 66. Right there, guys. 66, 65 is the entry for bulls. The next one's 52. We could probably stack one right here if it goes back up. But now you're seeing it try to trail down. Now, if they get under the if they get under the 55, 52 range, they can come down, guys. But the Bears have got it. If the only way they're going to come down this morning for Bears, guys, unless they get major contracts to push. Because if they don't get the major contracts to sweep down somewhere around the 800, it's not going to happen. If you don't break the 800 area, this is not coming down. It's not. This is going to be a fake down to go right back up. Now, 52 is our entry this morning. If this doesn't hold, we'll be going long somewhere down through here. What we're going to be looking for, guys, is that long down here, 52.43, okay? So we're going to be looking for a long kind of like right in this area, right about in here. And then we're going to be looking for another long about right there on that blue line there, guys. And if we don't get that long, we'll probably be looking for a long about 23. So we'll just shift this one up here because we don't need that right now anyway. So we'll just put it right about here somewhere, 22. So we're looking at longs at both of these anyway, okay? See how we prepare? I think 65, man, 64 right here is going to be the given. I think this could really be fun right here. Right about here. Right about in this area, right there. That could be the long. It's one of those three. If the Bears don't break them, guys, if the Bears don't get past these three levels, now if they do get past these three levels, they got a bunch of roadblocks. So these shorts will come down, but they could be little shorts that are going to be windy and crazy and not want to come down like they're supposed to, pullback city, and all that bullshit. So you really got to watch this short this morning. There probably could be some money in this short, but then again, I'm going to tell you why I think the shorts could have a problem this morning, and that's because the 42 down to 763, guys, it's right here. If you come up here to like, what is that? Let me go back and get this before this thing opens real fast. It's 840. So it's like right in this area where we're sitting right in here, guys, right about here, down to about, I think about somewhere right in this area. Oh, I think it's right there. Yeah, 723. So it's right about here. It's in this box right here. The Bears got to get all the way down through here to make shit happen. If they can't break this shit here, it's never going to happen. Never going to happen. If you don't break down below this 23 line right here, if you can break below 23, you're not getting nothing. 23, 24, 20, let's see. Shit, I had on 23. There it is, 23. Right there. You Bears have got to come down here to start this thing to really get going. And if they don't, it won't happen. All right, so we're getting ready to open any second now, so let's see what we get. Do we get the pullback of the 65 buy-in, guys? Do we get that pullback to go long? Or do we come down to Steve's line sitting about 88? 788 is the target low, guys. 788 once we break all this craziness if we pull back hard. But I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to go long this morning. And I'm going to wait till it breaks about the 78 to go long. See right here? There we are. We're right in this area, guys, where we need to be long. We're going to wait and see if she goes long right here. It's going to be long, more than likely, off the 88. 878 long, guys, up to 949 long. And there we go. There's our trade already. Boom, 8 grand. See you later. Good day. Have a good day, guys. Took me 30. It only took me 59 seconds. There you go. 59 seconds just made almost 10 grand. There you go. How do you like that, guys? This is how you lay out a market, man. This is how you know where to trade this shit. Now, we're not stunned. We're not done yet. Can we get this to run up past projection? It all depends on bouncing off C, guys, about the 22. We got to hold that 22 area. We just got to hold 22 up here, man. We can kind of get C pattern at 22 to push. Because C's sitting on 22. You want to be above 22. We know that, and it's going to have to happen. And you got to be above the 15, 16, 22. And then you're trying to break past 22 to 40, 42, guys. They want that 42 again if they can get it. So this is a good trade. If you've already made $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, You don't need to train anymore today. You're done. Instantly done. Made your money. Don't risk it, right? It's perfect. Now, all we wait for it to bounce off the 16, or we wait for it to bounce off the 9 or 10 here. Little retail levels are coming through 9, 13, 10. So those are retails that they're going to bounce off of 18, 21. And they know they can bounce it off these 12s and 9s and 10s. See how how they're trying to pull it back and let it bounce again because guys missed the entry. So now they're going to do a secondary. They're going to try to run it right back up off those 9s and 10s. Get back over 15. If you can hold 15.25, you're doing fine. Or 15.22, you're doing fine. But we got to make sure we hold. And I do think 25 could be a factor because that's the bottom of the C pattern between 22.25. So that would make perfect sense to go to 49 again. I like that, Makaram. See, guys, it's a plan. You see how I just take, what, 3, 4 days off and just come in with a plan, man. You got to come in with a plan. All this is planning. You have to know where you're going to get in, and you've got to know why. And once you figure that out, you won't have bad days anymore. You'll have winning days. I haven't had a losing day since I've been back on. Not one. Because I plan. And this is beautiful. It's a beautiful morning, guys. It's a beautiful morning. There it is, man. We're doing well this morning. 9 grand, man. That's insanity. Now, if you're late to the party, you're looking for 41 to break here. 41 all the way up to about 58, maybe 62. But what's the problem with the Bulls, though? You're going to have 62 to 81. It's going to be a pain in our ass. So we got to get through 62 to 81 to really make stuff start happening. Because what we're doing is we're trying to get back to the highs. Remember those? Remember that big short that came through while I wasn't on? And so we're trying to get back up here, guys, to about the 90, 25.090 area. And for us to get there, we're going to have major money pushing this. And see, we keep tapping that 49 because you're tapping the 49 because that's a big time level up there. And those 49s pull back to 34, 22, 21. So you know 49 can pull back. So as long, guys, if you're in this trade, as long as you're staying above 15 and 21, you're fine. As long as you're trying to hold the account and not kill yourself, it's the 34, 35 area. 35 to 40, 41 is the stop loss on this. 35 to 41 is your stop loss. That's all you need to know. You move your stop 35 and 41 and hold it there. Unless you got big money, keep it down at the 21. If you're not scared to lose it, hold it down at 21.15. And look at this projection move we're getting. This is beautiful, guys. Really nice. Can we get top of projection as we assumed this morning that we would probably try to break C pattern and get? We did nail it, didn't we? Breezy, that was freaking awesome, man. It's just amazing. I like it when we nail targets, man. I love being able to go in, look at stuff, and go, okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is how this is gonna work. We're gonna take money, extract it, and we're gonna walk away. Right? We've only been trading 5 minutes, and we're up almost 11 grand, 10 grand, guys, in 5 minutes. Easy. Hey, knock it off, Taz. Get out of here. He's being crazy. So now we're going to see if they'll keep it, guys. I really think they're going to try to keep this. Like I said, though, we could see a swing here. We could see these guys come under 87, 85 and go short, which we'll see. If they do, we'll take it, right? I scaled out of all this anyway, so it don't really matter. See how guys are trying to come back? Now, we already know it's okay to come back. Because guess what? We're either going to go right back where we came from, or we're just going to pull it down to about 71, 72, and it's going to bounce again, right? You're seeing that big pullback short, right? And that pullback short starts at 15, guys. Now this will come all the way back down to 65 again. See down here? Now watch. Watch this. 65 entry, right? See the 65 entry I just told you about? Look at this. Guys, if it don't break below 64, it's not going short, okay? It's just not going to happen. They got to have 64 short or less to even try to get short. So we know this is just pullbacks to go back entry longs. That's what it is. So we'll just go back entry long again, same spot, do it again. So now we're doing 12,000. We just make the same trade, same places, all over again, and nail the money. We either get 65, 72, 888, 885, and then we just run it up to 15 again. Your target's 15 on this, 1521. And if it pulls back, guys, the guaranteed pullback is always, there's always going to be a pullback right in the same area, and that is going to be sitting right here about this 888 area, and then you're going to get that pullback also about of the 900. It's they love that little 900 pullback this morning because that's something they established while I wasn't here, so we know that, and they're working off of it. They're working off the 900 also now, so you can get longs at 900. You can get longs at 921. See how we get 900 again, guys? Look at that. Boom, right at 900, come right back up. What the bulls will do here, guys, is test and test and test these targets. They want to see if they can get the money to push this above. If they do not get the money to push this above, they'll probably let the bears have a little bit of this. But it doesn't really matter right now because we already know the entries where it's sitting at. See? It goes back to the entry every single time. 2 grand here, 2 grand there. Hey, it's okay if we make 2 grand or 600. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me because once you get that big move of 10K, it doesn't matter anymore. I'll let this thing make 600 and take it, 1,300 take it, 4,000 take it. It don't matter, guys. Now it's just you're just getting icing on the cake now because you already know where they're going to go long at. You know where the longs are. Okay, the longs are 888, 900. The pullbacks are like 64, 72, 71, 65. Right? You know you go all the way down to 65 down here, way down in here, and 72, 65, and still get a long trade. So now we're just masking around this area because what are we seeing here, guys? We've seen it break out to a high and get inside of our zone that we want. We want to break that high zone, but we got in the zone, but we didn't break it. So now the bulls are waiting around to figure out, okay, are we going to get enough money to push this back, or are the bears getting ready to have a field day? And the bears will have a field day if they do because they'll be coming all the way down to 600s, 640, way down in that area. Okay, so we already took this shit here. So we're looking to go short, kind of like right in here, right? I would say this short will probably be about 64, guys. But you gotta be careful of this short right here. This is a dangerous short. See this? It's a dangerous short at 64 because that is the pullback to go back up, guys. There's probably a little money right here, but I would say if you're going to target the 64 short, you only need target 41 on this, okay? 64 to 41 is definitely the only area I would be targeting 20 points down. That's it, because the 41 can bounce you and kill you. Okay, this is only a pullback, too. Just a pullback, guys. It hasn't made its mind up to stay short yet, and I doubt it will, but we're going to see as we just take a little bit, right? But we know if it breaks 41, it might not even be 41 now. It might even be above 41. I really think, guys, this is going to be 49 or 50. As you can see, it didn't hold, right? So the bulls go right here. See? There's your short long right there. 65, guys, is perfect. It's either going to go short at 65 or it's going to go long at 65. So we'll just just make up for what we just gave out. We just took out 700 loss and we got back there, so we're good. Boom. Got that back. Now see how they're coming back down, guys? You see this? See what I'm talking about? Look, here comes that 40, right? That 49 area. Right there. They got to get past the 48 and 40. Once they get past the 40, I think they got a chance. But if you don't break 48, 40, guys, it's never coming down, guys. It's not. See, there it is, right there. There's that 48 right there. And see what happens at 48? Boom! Right back to 65, just like we said. So 48 long goes back to 65 long, guys. We already established that already this morning. So now can 48 long come down, or 40 short? Can they get short right here to 40? And can you make 48 to 40 drop down to 24? This is what the Bears are trying to do. They really like that. They know the 40, guys, is the short to 24. Okay? Actually, I don't think they're going to use 24 this morning because the Bulls ain't stupid. I think the Bulls will stop them at 32. So this is all just pullbacks. But I really like the area, guys, of the long right here, at that 48. The 48 long is beautiful also, as you can see it. There's a reason I have 48 long here, because that's the open gate for the Bulls. I think 48 is a beautiful area for Bulls. I do. I think if the Bulls want to establish something, the 48 is a perfect place to do it. I really do. If you want to establish something stupid with the Bears and make some money, 48 is a good entry. What do you guys think about the 48? It's kind of cool, isn't it? They drop it down, but see, you got so many little elementary levels down here, guys. You've got 48, 41, 31, 32, 23. You got a lot of shit holding these Bears up. A lot. A lot, guys. This is kind of like the Bulls wanting to take control and stay in control. And all we got to do is wait 15 more minutes, guys, for the next big bull candle. Because if they hold this and we get that bull candle, this is going to go pretty much all day probably. Be a long all damn day. It just depends on where we get the entries at. I don't see anything really pressing for Bears until they get down here and start messing around the 12, 812. You get to 812, I think under 800, guys, is where the Bears start making moves. Somewhere really, really low down there. You're going to have to break at least about another 50 points low for these Bears to have a chance to start making money. As we sucker Bears this morning, and we stay and just keep making money at the same levels, 48 and 88, 85, and 72 up here, 65. 65. Remember, guys, 65 is the other entry. 65, 85, 88, 40, 48, all entries. Now this news coming, we will probably see it pull back a little bit, but I'm not concerned unless it pulls back to 13 or 12, right? If the Bears want to get started, they're going to have to go about 12. I think 8-12 would be a good short. But 8-12 only goes, well, no, it won't, because 8-12 only goes to 807 now because these stupid Bears. They're just killing themselves with roadblocks. They really are. They're going to have to get way down here. I mean, they're going to have to be so far down it's not even funny. So what we're going to do, guys, I'll show what we're going to do. We're going to wait, guys. We are either going to take longs at 30 or 22 down here. See like right in here? That's like the 32 right there. So we know. If it pulls back, guys, it's just going to pull back to 22, 13, and 805. See, back to 48. We know that 48's a good move, guys. 48's a solid area. 48 goes back to 65 if they can hold this, guys. See how we're just working on the longs. We're not even concerned about these shorts because we know there's so much traffic below these shorts, guys, that these longs are going to pound them all morning until they figure out what's going to happen. Will the Bulls step aside once they get their money and let the Bears just take it for a while? Because once these big bull guys get out of this, they close If they close all positions, they will get let the retail bears will come in and get a little bit, but right now I don't really care. I just got entry really low, so we're good. See how we're focused on getting. We're not focused on where to trade, guys. We're focusing on where to get in under everybody else. Where's that pullback trade? Ask yourself that in the morning. Why am I getting in at this price? At let's just say, for instance, why am I getting in at 885 if I see this candle is always pulling back way down deep to 824, 834. Why am I waiting way up here to get in? Why are you sitting around waiting? This is why you've got to know the difference between a bull bear and a bull move and a bear move. Once you figure out how to figure that out and you know the market's bullish, making these entries, guys, low is what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to sit around and wait for it to come back to the red line unless you really want to. You really need to get lower and get those prices with those big buyers because they're not buying at the high prices like everybody else. They're not chasing markets like most people are doing right now. Even though this has went up this morning, there's a lot of people who lost their ass in these shorts, and they know this. You will lose your ass in those shorts that we just had this morning. They're meant for people not that don't know to lose money. See, now look, we're getting suckered again, right? Right down to 75, 65. And it's going to pull right back up off that 75, 65 and go right back into it again. Areas, guys. Areas of places where you get nailed. Well, the good thing is I haven't missed a beat, guys, since I've been on gone. We're back in. Okay, just don't worry about it for now. All right, so guys, what are we doing now? We're just trying to get 885 back to where? 915.21. That's it, 915.21. Now we know that they're trying to hook that 900 this morning. 900 still can be a long two because for some weird reason they got 900 as a level. I don't know why. It's not going to last, but it's a level. So go 915 off that, and now 921. There you go. Just did it. Beautiful. So guys, the first trade this morning was 10. The second trade, well, we took 1,000 here and 800 there twice, so that's all right. So that's like 12, and now we got this one here for like 11, 12. So we're good. Good trades, man. Just absolutely just monstrous trades. And this is how people make their money, guys, and they make it fast. They know where to get in. That's right, Coach. It's awesome. Coach Breezy, it's a good day, right? So they know where to get in, guys. They know where the focus is at. They know where these levels are. They're looking at, the 995 right in that area, 996. They want to stay long above that. They're just looking. They're just going, okay, well, as long as we're golden above, everybody knows that this market is going to be golden above the 65, and it's just a given. 65 is the place where everybody knows that this market's going to pull back to. That's kind of like one of the best levels in the market right now at the moment is the 65. You will see it come and bounce off of it because the bulls know it's a stopping point before it gets down to 45 and 48. So they will play that, and they want you to go short right here at 65, so they can slam you. But see, the bears do want to go short at 65 because they can go to 49, and the bulls know 65 leads to 49. So how do we get them to do it? We go under 65 to about 63. Make everybody think it's going to short, and we turn and go long again and take their money. Everything is good and green, man. We've only got 9 minutes, guys, until 10 o'clock, and we'll start seeing what will really be the day. What will be kind of like the setup for the next 4 hours. Remember, 10 o'clock is your setup, guys. Whatever candle you see at 10 o'clock, strong bull, strong bear, could lead to potential what your day is going to be. Now, I'm not saying it will always be that way, But some days it will pan out that way. If it's a 10 o'clock candle with a wick on both ends in the middle of it, yeah, you might as well forget it. It's a crappy day. Learn how to evaluate your days, guys. Learn how to evaluate your day by saying, okay, if it's crazy swings and pullbacks and nuttiness and I can't trade it, just wait. But this is a trend, is all this is. This is just a trend. It's just a bullish move trying to break to the highs, trying to get back up past that 49.50 level. We went above the bank level this morning at 49. Projections 49. Well, projections up in the 50s, but we got to get up there to start it again. So now we got to break the 40. We got to break that 60, 59, 60 up there and keep going. And there's people buying the shit out of this up here. We know they're trying to buy it. They just want to hold it and see if they can get it to work. We want to hold it and see if we can get it to work. And I really think if you start getting above 25 up here, guys, once you start getting past that 25, 28 level, 9:15 to 28, I think 15 to 28 is crucial this morning. I really think you got to hold those areas. What this is doing, though, is it's causing problems. And the more we do this, guys, and the more we pull back and act crazy and bears get it, bulls get it, bears get it, bulls get it, the more this happens, the more roadblocks the market starts having. Which means, what's that mean, guys? More days of trading in crap, of areas where you've already traded before, with swings, pullbacks, deep volatility that's off the chain that you can't trade. And that's exactly what sometimes you see, because if you'll look over here, guys, this all looks pretty in here, right? Looks like a pretty chart, right? Well, this is not a pretty chart. Not at all. This right here is devastating. This is craziness right in here. This is crazy over here. Look. This is crazy here. This is nice. Crazy here, crazy there. Crazy here. Crazy here, crazy all through here. Crazy right here. So there's spots in here where you can get murdered. Okay, so where are we going, guys? We need a hold above the 15, and we need to push to 42. 15 to 42 is a perfect trade. 15 to 42 is great if we can just get the hold, but you got to hold above that 15, 22, 32, 42 area. Now, can we get 42 to break out, guys, to 58? We know 42 is a breaking point for the Bulls. They're going to try to push 42 to 58 in a hurry. They want to get that shit. Boom, let's go, right? Can we get them to push to that 48 marker? Remember, guys, or 58, excuse me, 58. We want them to go up here and get it past. We just want them to cross over 40. So 40 to 58 is perfect, right? And then we want the Bulls to get from 58 to 80. That's the goal. So we have areas of concern because right now we have that little concern area. That concern area that we're staying in, guys, is 42 down to 15, right? So let's look at this. Let's just do this and show you guys. So we know that right here, right about, let's go over here. 42, where you at? 42, come on, man, 42. 42 to about, 15. Right there. See that? That's where they need to be. Okay? This is what they're going to have to get through. Okay? Because once you get through 42 right here, you get a stepping block of 42 where the market likes to step up, and it's going to go to 58, right? And then 58, stepping stone, that stepping block there at 58 leads you to where? This stepping block at 58 leads you to right here. $82.84. You guys see that? So now you know if it breaks out of one box and takes a trade at the other box, it's trying to get to the top of that box. Takes a trade at this box, it's going to try to get to the top of that box. And this is what they're doing. Now the shorts are different. See, this box here, guys, pulls back to where? This pulls back to, looks like 900. So, yeah. So this box right here, guys, on the pullback, tries to come down to right there. Okay? You can see how we structure. This is structure, guys. This is trading off structure. So now you know where the structure is at. You can see the top structure and the pullback area off that structure. So we know they're not going to do anything. Bears are not going to do anything with this until they break under 900. And if they do break the 900, guys, they're probably just going to come down here around 888, which is the red line. That's your next structure right there. See? So this pullback right here comes right down to our line. Bing! Just like that. And there's your structure to 82. Now we can structure this all the way down to here, guys. We can do structure all the way up and all the way down and have every box in the whole market. But then it gets confusing and people are like, what's the boxes for? So now the bulls are just waiting for 10 o'clock. They want to see if they can get that candle to open somewhere above the 900. Okay? Only thing we're worried about is that candle opening above 900 or open above the 885. And we can maybe get this next bull candle to come in and start the trend. Because we don't have a trend yet. We kind of do, but we don't. We're still working off the same trend we had earlier this morning here. See? The early morning trend. 8 o'clock one. We're trying to get this trend to break out. Okay? Because what you got is Nancy right here. You all see Nancy. See Nancy? This is Nancy. And Nancy's sideways right now. So if you make a Nancy here, this is Nancy going up. So we need to make Nancy keep running and break out. The breakout's going to happen when it gets up here to the Wall Street line. See the Wall Street line, the green line? This is where we're probably going to try to break out right here. But if we don't, see how they shorted it right here? See how it hit the Wall Street line on this candle right here? And what happened? She pulled back. See? Hit the Wall Street line right there and pulled back. And there she goes. Woo! What did I tell you guys? Wait, 10 o'clock. Can this candle push? There it is. Above 900. It's a perfect plan. We just killed this shit right here on that push. Now the bulls have got an establishment here. If they can just get to stay at 44, if you can stay above this 44, 45, this will push to 58. And there she goes. Now can we get 82? Well, look at this. How you like that, guys? This is not just calling markets, guys. This is calling markets with precise areas that we know what the hell we're doing, right? We know what this is going to do. We just got to get in here and trade it. The market's giving us beautiful moves and telling us, look, we can do this. We can get up here to this 82. If we break 82, guys, we're probably going to wind up about 92. 92 to 94 next. 92, 94 will be after the 82. See how we're hitting projection almost? That triangle? That's exactly where this market is supposed to be going. If they're going to make it work. But we just got 20 grand, so we're good. It's unreal, man. 22. 23. That's exactly what I'm saying, Breezy. Not how. Not, there's no if in this. We're not ifing our trades. What if? We don't do what if. We're not doing what if, guys. This is the question become how much. This is a good trade there, Coach. 22.5, man. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I'm right there with you. 23. So we're right there together. See, guys, what happens here? Now watch. Watch these pullbacks. See, everybody's getting scared and going, "Oh my God, I'm gonna close my little trade here because I'm trading late on this, right?" They jumped in on that 10 o'clock candle, pulling back. But we know 41, guys, is the hold. Anything above 42, you can hold this shit. Anything above 42, guys, our stop losses go 42 and 32, and we're fine. 42, 32 stop loss, and you're fine. You can have it scale out at 42, half the contracts, and leave the half in, and then just wait till it comes down to 32 and scale again, and leave those in. That's the plan. Scale out at 42, half of them, and that's what we will do. We're going to scale out at 42, guys. We'll keep all of our money at 42, right? Well, we already took a bunch of it out, but anyway, I'm gonna show you guys on here that we will scale if it comes back. See right here, look. This is exactly where they scale. So what do, guys? They come in here and they sell. See that? They sell them off and they keep them. They just, you lock in, 15, $16,000 right here, and all you do is wait. You just wait because now you know that if she comes down here to 85 again, the red line, you can scale out again down here. As long as she don't break the 85 area, I think we're fine. 85 area down low, but they got to pull back to 72, 73. See? These bears are trying to show their ass right here. If the bears don't break 96, it ain't gonna happen no way. They just broke the 96 right there. See, what's the 96 here, guys? 95, 96. Bears have got to break it, and if it don't break it, ain't happening. See how we scale, guys? We scale, but now we have nothing to fear. You can put your stop losses in here at 888, 885 at the red line, or if you really want to, since we got an entry of 34, guys, I can put my stops down here at 67, 65. I could throw my stops at 65 right here and just go take a shower, go eat breakfast, whatever, and come back. If she hits it, who cares? I'm still going to get the add-on to what I've already got because we already took out a lot of money. We're over 30,000 already today. We've already put on the screen, guys, 11, and we've already put on the screen 23. So it's like 33, 34 plus the foul. Yeah, we're about 34, 35K on the screen this morning that we showed you guys already this morning. And that's within the first 30 minutes of trading, 35K. Looks strong, doesn't it, Bay? It's a nice look. It's not supposed to be a level, but, hey, bulls like to play games. So I don't mind them playing games. Don't mind at all. I really like to see these bulls break out of this area where their concern is, guys, because we do know that the 25, you need to get up here to these big areas, man. 290, in that area. 25, 290 up in there, man. Those are areas where we can really make some money. But you guys can see what happens. Look, we scaled and what happened. We scaled out with like $4 grand. We're already back up to 9 grand again. We're just making more money. That's all. We're just adding on to whatever we had. You got 17. So you scaled out like 17K, 18, 19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're up to like 25, 26,000 on the same trade we had. And it's beautiful. And all we got to do is worry about pullback. And we're not even concerned about that now because why are we not concerned? Because, guys, here pullbacks, as long as they don't break the red line, as long as they don't get under 72, as long as this doesn't get down under 23 down here, right here, these bears ain't got a prayer, guys, until they break this 20 down here. They're just not going to happen. They can get money, but they're going to deal with a lot of pullbacks. You know, they're going to pull it back on purpose a lot because the entries they want, guys. The bulls have entries. Remember, you know, you got the 42, you got the 35, you got the 20, you got the 15, you got the 900 right now, you got the 888. All those are entries. So every time it pulls back those entries, people are grabbing those entries and going back up. This is almost a buy a dip day. Every time she dips, they're buying it to push it higher. Thank you, Bay. Have a good one, bro. Have a good day. So how's everybody doing? Give me some feedback this morning. You guys, 47 people in here. How you doing this morning? Everybody liking this morning? You doing well? Hope you are. Hope you're enjoying your morning. Glad to be back. I guess there's a difference when I'm back, huh? You guys like having me back in the room. Direction's good, man. If you bulls break this 82, they just got to break this 82 to go to 94. 92, 94. And there she goes. Look at this shit. Can we break this 92, 94 area and get to 02, guys? 02, 03 is the next level. If you can get past this 94, you should be looking at 2. Then we should start moving up to about probably 10. I would say 10. 10 to 15 and 15 to 22. Right now, 22, 23 is a beautiful target through there. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Woodard. It took a long time to get talented, but I'm blessed and I try to give it out, you know, pass it on. I'm blessed to know this like I know it, guys. And there's nothing wrong with sharing it. Teach other people. 95 guys to about 2502, 25.3 up to 15. We're looking for 2 to 3 to 15 now. And there she goes. There's the 2 right there. It just barely just tapped the 2 and pulled back. And we want 2 to 15 here. Look, guys, we scaled out. We're still got 12 grand with 4 contracts. Right now, no. We ain't coming down yet. So now people will be trying to get their trades up here that are late to the ball game. They'll be getting about 95. They can get to go to 4 and then 10 or 12. So I think if you can just stay above the 93 here, the 2, the 15, the 25, and then we'll get 36. The 25, 36 are those 2 big targets up there that we need to hit. But look, guys, look at this. Look where we came to, guys. Look, right to projection. Projection was 4, and we are at what? 1, almost 2. We missed projection by 2 points, guys. 2 points from 9 o'clock this morning. Thank you, Dante. Dante's been with me a long time, man. But guys, the projection on this was beautiful. We hit it by 2 points. We which I could have been off too on my reading, but I think it is. Yeah, it's saying that. No, it's saying projection is 2502, so we are right on it. It is 2502. No kidding. Wow. We hit projection totally. That's beautiful. This candle here is going to hit it anyway. We just got to come up and break projection now, guys. That's all we're looking for. You want to break the 2 here. Your projection line is right there. And we nailed it. We hit it this morning right here. It is 2. It's showing on my chart 2. So as we were trading this morning, they dropped projection 2 points. So now it's right there. So we got to get that to get to the 12-15 area. It's all right, Nacho. You're building it, brother. What happens after that? Once we break projection, we're pushing projection out of the way. This is where, Ron, when you get to projection points in the market, they're like, okay, we got our targets. Projection kind of releases that bigger target to start pushing. See this? See how she's pushing up, Ron? So you want projection to swing this all the way up. You want it to go to 15, 16. You want it to stay above the 3. You want 15, 16, 35, up to 44. 44 or 45 could get tricky. So we want to see if we can get to 44 or 45 up through this. Yeah, Coach. Yeah, Coach Ridge, Coach Breezy, all these coaches are really good guys. Watch them trade and just kind of ask them questions. Engage. I like having everybody engaging. People in here engaging and the coaches engaging with the people. That's what we're doing this for. We're trying to help people learn. Got to engage to learn, right? No question's a dumb question. We all were there. Everybody's been a first-time trader. Yeah, you can still enter longs. You gotta be careful where you enter. I wouldn't say chase it up here though. These top of these boxes right here, this top of this box, the bottom of this box, the top of this box, the bottom of this box, the bottom of this box. These are all your entries now. These tops and bottoms of these boxes are the entries long. Okay, and that's what we're looking for. The only thing we're really concerned about is this breaking under the 58, 57, right in here. Because 58, guys, that 58 pullback can get stupid, okay? Because it goes to 42. So be concerned at 58. If she stays above 58, there's no reason to go short here. No reason at all. And just because she does go 58 to 42 does not mean she's going to go straight down either. Because right now, guys, we are pushing 85% longs on this. So right now, you still got another 15% to go. If the bulls want that extra 15% this morning, it's going to be a long, 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 long day for longs all day. And this could hold. If this holds past 11 o'clock, guys, we're still long. This will probably hold long through lunchtime. Okay? Remember, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a theory behind this. Okay? I'm going to show you the theory while we're just sitting here doing nothing. So, where's that 9:30 candle? Let me get this one right here. So basically, here's your 9:30 candle. Right? We'll say 9:15, right? 9:15 to 12. Right there. Okay? So we know that this was the 9:30 area. I'm going to take this down. I won't confuse you guys. So this runs over here to 12 o'clock. Right about there, 12. Okay? Why are we doing this? 9:30 to 12, she should probably try to stay in this box long, right? You want to hold this box long to 12 o'clock. Then when 12 o'clock comes, What do? Take this box, but you don't make it the same damn color because you'll confuse yourself. Don't ever make it the same color, guys. Don't. Okay? This box is going to be 12 o'clock only to 2 o'clock, right? And then you got the yellow box from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock that follows. Why am I showing you all this? Because if the box you're trading in at 9:30 stays above noon longs, stays long all till noon today, you're most likely going to have your shorts afternoon between 12 and 2, right? If she holds this box between 12 and 2, you're going to be looking for your shorts between 2 and 4. You guys get that? Does that make sense? It's probably kind of confusing, isn't it? As we hit the 15 up here. There is ways to read this market. So as we hit 15, guys, we're trying to push to 20, about that. Remember I told you 15 to 22 here? We're trying to get 22 to move to 35, 37. Now we're trying to move to 35, 37, which we know 22 is right there, okay? And then you've got, we would like to see the market come up to about right there, that line. Okay, so basically, guys, when you're trading in the 9:30 open box on a long, you draw a box from 9:30 to noon to see if it'll stay inside the long box till noon. And then, if it does, you look at the 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock box. Does it stay long inside the box the whole time? Does it ever break down past the box? Now, what we do is we got to wait till the noon candle to put. You're going to draw this. You're going to draw this on the 9:30 candle to the noon candle top. And then this candle will go from the noon candle top. It'll start at the noon candle top. So basically, guys, what I'm saying, if noon candle's way up here, let's say this thing runs all the way up to here at noon, and you're way up in here at noon. Draw the bottom candle at 12 o'clock and the top candle at 12 o'clock and see where you're sitting at for your 2 o'clock. Because I'll explain it better to you guys when we get some time. But you can use this kind of stuff, and it really does help. While we're at it, we'll just go over here and show you all this mess right here. Because this was the mess they were working on right there. See that? There's your short. Okay, so anyway, now we're up here at my other target at 35. When we get 35, guys, what do we want to do? We want to see if this market will go to 40, 40, 48 maybe? No, 47. 47.52. Okay? So now our stepping stones are here. We want to come up here to right about 47. Right in here. And we want to see if we can get this 52 area right about there. Okay? And once we get 52, guys, we want to see if this market will go to 59 to 63. Okay? So we're just going to put this down here at 59. And 58 right there is perfect. And then we'll put one up here about 53. Let's hit them faster than I can call them. And then we want to see if our next box will be 78. I think 78 to 92 is the key, though, because we're going to run into traffic once we get past 92. So we really know that this right here, guys, right there, that area right in there, guys, is going to be crucial to break. Okay? 78 to 92 could be a little bit of a problem, but we know we'll probably get it anyway, but still. You see how this all lines up, guys? So now we just got to stay above 62 if we want to get to 78. That's it. 62 leads to 78, guys. That's where she goes. And 78 breaks, we're going to go to 92. 92 is that big area, though. You could really make some money. You could really get this thing going at 92. But the problem is, I think we're going to run into some little shit levels up here. We're going to have some money to push this because we got 92, 95, and 100 all together up to about the 118. So if we can get through the little 95 to 100 area, we might be able to stay in here. Guys, we already had 23,000 this morning, and we're pushing 20 again. Look at this. With on a scale out. Where's our stops going to be? Well, we already know our stops are going to be somewhere around the 40. We just got started at. About 40. 40's a stop. That's my stops, 40. That's what I call my conservative stop. Right? My aggressive stop would be about 900. Are you guys aware they have stops in the market called aggressive and conservative? You probably don't even never heard that, have you? Well, they do. Aggressive stops are longer down. Conservative stops are closer to the target. And then you have super conservative, which would be your super conservative stop would be about 47 here. Okay? Your aggressive stop is going to be down there probably between 40 and 21. And then if you just really want to just hold it at 900, you could also. So there's different ways you can do it, but it all depends on what you got. A lot of guys will just scale and then put stops in. But right now, guys, we're just trying to push this 92 up. We're just trying to break this 78 to 92 area. You got to get past 78 here to make this work. If you can break the 78 box, the 78 target's a big target, so we know that. It's one of our big targets today. So 78 has to go to 92. And right now the bears are on retail side, guys. Everybody's trying to hold craziness. 64. The pullback on this is 64. The breakout's going to be 60, or let me see. Here we go, guys. I'll show you. Okay, so basically, the 63 is going to be the pullback on it, and the breakout just happened. So you're going to get another breakout at 87 here. Watch 87. Watch 87. You got to break 87. Watch. Watch her push at 87 right here. You try to push. See her? There she goes, pushing 87. What I tell you. Hilarious. Hilarious. So now the bulls know they got to push the market back to 94, guys, or the bears will try to come in with a little small pullback at 75. So now the pullback is 75. Watch 75 on your screen. Watch it. Watch the bears try to step in for a pullback at 75 short, right? These are like retail level. This is what I call tick to tick, guys. The bears can go short at 75 for a little bit of money, but they won't probably. But I'm not even going to try it. But we do know 75 is where the bears are sitting. They moved their stops up there, moved themselves to 75.50. Okay, so 75 is where the bears are. The bulls are at 94.50. So the bulls know the market goes back to 94.50. They're going to get a push. So the bulls can come down here and buy at 75 to go back to 94. Okay, so everybody's looking at 75 as a new entry. Or will the bears take 75 and try to push it down? Right? You guys understand that? So 75 is crucial. 75 is where everybody's concentrating on. Now watch it go to 94.50 and try to push. Going to try to push to 96, and she's going to try to push higher. There he goes. Look at that shit. There, what I tell you. Boom. Like clockwork. Just like clockwork. Now the bulls need to break above the 111. It'll push again. 111, it'll push. If it don't push at 111, it pulls back to 91. Watch 111 try to push. 111 to 113 is the push area. Okay. Now, as we push up through here, you're going to see this thing try to push all the way to 24. I think 24 is a good area. 24 to 39 to 43. So you're pushing. Woo! There she goes. There's that push. There it is. Another push will happen here at 27, guys. 27 is the push now. 27 can push the market. 9 is the pullback. 109. So now we're looking for 27 to push up and 110 to push down or pullback. Can we get to 130 now? 130 now has become the top. The bulls know this, but our thing is we just got to stay above 128, 130. 130 goes to 144, guys. 130 to 144. Now the pullback down here is going to be exactly 110. Okay, 110 is the pullback for the bears. $130 is the push for the bulls. So now you guys know. So will we get the 110? Now, when it pulls back to 110, it does not, because I'm saying it's bears, guys, it means the bulls are looking for those other entries down there. They can get that at 110 entry and push it back to 130, or the bears could actually take 110 all the way down to 9. If the bears got stupid, they could push it down to 2510 from here. Right now, 25,010 is the target low. And we already know that. But 109, 110 is the push back to 130. So now you're playing in that box of 130 to 110, 130 to 110. About right there. About right there. Okay? If it breaks that 30, we're going to push. Watch. Now it's 135 push. See, we pushed up 136. We pushed up 5 points. So we need the 136 now, guys. And what do the Bears need? They need the 117 now. 136.17. Hey, go away. 136, guys. Can they get the 136 to break again? If they do, they'll push it. Now, these are just tick to tick. So they might go 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 6 ticks. It could be anything. But they have to get the 136 to hold. If you don't, you're going to come back to where? You're going to come back to 117. Right there. Okay? Now watch this. This is a great example. Oh, there she goes to 36. There she goes to 36. We're trying to get this to push up here, guys, to about 70. That's what we're trying to do. Okay, so now we know that the top of the market is going to be 148. The bottom of the market is 128, 129. So 148, 129 now. Okay, let's do it this way. Shit, this will be a lot easier. So it's 148 here. Oh no, I didn't want that. Shit, that's going to confuse me. I don't be confused here. So 148 is right here, guys, on the push level. Okay, that's the push level. Get rid of this too. And your bottom level, it's easy to just do it this way, is 128. Okay. Here. There. See it? There it is. Now see where the Bears want to go try to go short there at 28? Now if they can't short it, guys, the Bulls can step in at 28 and buy it back to 48. Okay? But you're seeing tick-to-tick calls now, guys. This is where it's really technical. But this is how I can go in the markets and make money also, if I really want to. I know that if this 28 breaks here, the Bears might short this. But it won't be much. It couldn't be much of a short, but it could be a short. Back down all the way back down to 95. I mean, you could. But see, now we know that we can buy back in there and try to get back to where? 48. 48's the long. 48's that secondary push. If we get 48 and push, you'll see this market. It might push up a few points, but we already know 48 goes to 70, guys. This is a big ass move up through here. We know 48 goes to 70. We already know this. So can we break this and go to right here? Right there. Is that possible? And stay away from that bottom arrow, the 28. I want it to hit my big target. That's what I want. I want to see this bulls hit this big ass target. I have a big giant target on there. I mean, the biggest target right now in the market, guys, is right here. 286. That's 287 right here. This market, this 287, 288 is badass, man. This is another long and short. So just saying. It's just like this one right here. And that could be where we're going if we keep it up. See how we getting under, guys, right here? Look. So now the bears have to establish this low down here, and they got to center 17. The bears have to center 17 to make this work. So guys, if it don't break 17, she's not shorting now. She goes back to 28. See? So if she gets under 17, she might pull back. If she don't, it ain't going to happen. And now we know that 28's the longs, right? How you guys like this? Anybody? Steve? Anybody there? Anybody? However, out in Wonderland? Everybody's watching the chart. I know I give you guys a lot of information per day. I'm sorry. But I really want you to understand there's a lot of different ways we can look at this market. And we are looking at today a lot of good ways. So this is beyond education. Thank you. So you see the 17, guys, how we're trying to threaten the 17 short here? But we already know the 17 short only is going to pull back to where? If they do get a 17 short, guys, more than likely you're just going to come down to about 90 or maybe 81. I mean, it could pull it down to 90, 81 here if it really wanted to. See, now the bears know they got to break the 100 here to come down. 101. Now the bears have got to come down to 298. So what the bears are doing is they're lowering this down to about 98 right here, guys. 99. Okay, now the bulls have structured themselves lower. Because the bulls are like, well, if y'all want to do that, we'll just come down here and put our shit at 117 now. Right there. Make it hard on you. So now you know the bulls are looking for 117 for the pushback. See this, guys? Look at this. Can you get that 117 pullback? Can the bears say, okay, well, you've had your fun. You're not breaking 98. We'll take 117 and try to push it. Watch the bulls try to push 117, guys. Just watch and see what they do here. Inside of the markets, guys, you have people playing. This is retail. Retail's playing games inside the market because people want to see a short. Everybody's licking their chops for a short. But what they don't realize is I doubt that's going to happen. Not right now, anyway. But we know there's pullbacks that we can get back in on to make money, and 117 is that pullback. And I really think that the bears would the bulls would probably push this 117 to 127. That's what I'm thinking. 117 to 127 would be the area where I'd be looking into. I'll show you. I can show you. Ron, I'll show you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow during the day or whatever, we can do some stuff like that. I might stay on past 11 and show you guys a few little tricks of what I do. But anyway, we got to get this 17, guys. Now look how she's coming down here, dude. See that? Look at this. If she breaks down here past the 98, guys, under 98 down here could be a problem. The bears might try to push it lower. So 98 is where the bears are trying to go out. You know, it could be 1 point, 3 points, 6 points, whatever. But this is where they have to establish something short. You know, I'm not saying, when I say that, guys, it doesn't mean bears are just going to take it and run. Okay? They just know that's where they need to try to be. And the bulls need to try to be at 117 here to try to get to go back the other way. So this is just a way to look in the markets and say, look, where are we standing at as far as these guys moving? And if the bulls push this market back, the bears will have to move up that area. It won't be 98 no more. They'll have to follow us. So every time the bulls move the market up, the bears have to chase them and put levels behind them. All right? See the 17? Now we would project 27. And there it is. It just hit 27. Right on the money. So she went exactly to 27, 28, guys, and stopped. And pulled back to 17. Look at that shit. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And now the bears know they're still holding down here at one. Now the bears are still holding 98. The bulls need to break 17 now and get past the 27. You've got to make 27 work. Or the bears will try to come back down here at 98 and see if they can get a few little ticks on the pullback. But right now, guys, this is one strong bull move. Strong bull moves. You might see a sideways for a little while. There's your 98 pullback. Now the bears are at 92. They got to stay at 92 low, 90 low, 90. Now they got to stay 85 low, 85 low. You got to be at 85 or lower. Okay, 85 or lower. There he comes. There it is. Now you got to be 82 lower. 85 to 82, guys. You've got to be under 81 now. We got to be under 81. You'll see her hit 81. That's hilarious. Now you got to come down to 78 to get lower. 78 keeps it low. Now 78 goes back to where? You see this 98 right here? Stays there. This goes down to 78. Right there. 78 to 98. That's it. The bulls go back at 98. The bears go to 78 short. Or 78 try to get ticks to come down. So we know now the bulls are playing in this area. Our big level right here is 95. So we know 95 is that big level to push it back up. But they could get low here and just pull some pullback. Can the bears get under? Ooh, now, yeah, 78, 77, I think. Well, 78. So 78 would be the low side of this. If they break under 78, it might push down some. Coffee time. That's good. Now, guys, it's 72. You got to hit 72, 71. And the bulls are at 90. See, the bulls come down here to 90. And the bears come down here to 71. Right there. And now the bears are at 64. So now the bears have moved this arrow. I gotta get my screen bigger. So now the bulls have come all the way down to 64 bears. Right there. So if the bears come to 64, guys, that means the bulls are now sitting at 83, okay? 83's bulls. Right here. So we're seeing, see how she shorted, guys? See how we called the short? We called this short perfectly, but it's trickling. So we called the short at the 127. We do the bulls, we get the 127. Bears, we get that 127 down. So we got 127 all the way down to 64 now. And what's going to happen if the bears keep moving this? Now it's 61 short. Okay? Just trying to come back to these little levels, but I do think now the bulls have the longs here at 82. So the bulls might try to save this at the 82 here. If not, you're going to see, you're going to see that 61 short coming through soon. But what we're doing, guys, we know that this can pull all the way back to 41, and we're still safe in this trade. 41. You might pull all the way back to 41 off this. So now the bears want 62, and the bulls want 82. So it's 62-82, guys. See the 62? Right there. That's where the short has to go to. You have to be under 62 to make this work. Now you can go back up to 82 and short it. If it don't hold 82, the bears will short it from 82 back to 62. So that's what I'm saying, guys. There's opportunities here. 82 goes back to 62. 82 crosses over. She's going to run. Sometimes I just like, wow, these numbers blow my mind. I don't know how to keep up with all this shit. I really don't. But it's kind of fun. It's like a game sometimes. So 62 is the key. If the bears want to go deeper, they got to get 62 here. They have to have it. You can't go deeper unless they get it. And the bulls know they want 82. And we're just playing inside there. I think what the biggest thing is, though, guys, when we get down here, our biggest factor is going to be 24. I really do. I think these bears are going to try to pull this all the way back to 23. 23 is crucial. Where's it at? Not right here. Somewhere around here. I think this little area right in here, man, is an area that I would be about right here. Right there. This is one crucial area at 23. Because you could see bears get stupid at 23, guys. If they get 23, they can really bring the market down at 23. And they know it. So this is where you're looking at today. If she comes to 23, you're going to see 23 probably turn into a short long. Look at this shit. There's that 62, guys. And now it's going to be 51. Can they get 51 short? Or will the bulls go back to 71? 51-71, guys. 51-71. Remember, you got to have pullbacks for healthy markets. They keep running up. You got to let the bears have some. Here comes 51. Ooh, 51 is nice there. Oh, yeah. There it is. 51 down, 51 to 40. I told you about 40, remember? There it is. Now it's 38. Now it's 38 and 58, guys. 38, 58. Bulls 30. Bears 38, Bulls 58. Oh, shit. It's crazy. 58 and 38. Can the Bulls make it back to 58? Or will the Bears take the 38 short? Okay, so what we're going to do is, since we're already close to be getting off anyway, guys, I'm going to close my trade over here and take all that money out. And I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, so we're at 50. We're waiting for 58. We're waiting for 38, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to go. We're going to wait and see, and we're not going to do 6 or 7 contracts. We don't need all that money in this. We're going to do one at 58 short. 38 short and 58 long. See right here. Well, that's a little above 38. But anyway, that's what we're trying to get. 38, guys. See? We're just trying to get 38 to come down, right? But we know 58 is the box. So see how they go 58 here? Look. Right there. See that 58 right there? That's where the bulls are. So it's 58, 38, right? It's 58, 38, guys. Bulls want 58 long. Bears want 58 short back down to 38 and 38 to continue. So if the Bears, if you don't break 58, the Bears will sell it at 58 back to 38, right? Does that make any sense? This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to see if these Bears will break the 38 because the Bulls keep buying back at damn 38 and not let us have it. So can we break the 58 this time to go long? Or does she come back down here and short? What I want to see is the Bears come in here at 38 and just slam this shit down to 20. But we'll see. Because I'm telling you, if these Bears can get under 25, I think 25, 23 is perfect place to be for Bears. I really do. And that's probably protection area for Bulls. See, look, right here. There it is again, guys. See how they're trying to hold that 58 level in this area? They're trying to push that 58 level, but if they can't, the Bears will come down every time right there. If you can't break 58, the Bears will take it short every single time. Okay? You guys can see that. We have to have that 58. See right here, look. I'm doing it again. There they come down again off 58 every time. See, when you get stuck in markets and markets ain't doing a lot, this is what you do. This is how you trade stupid markets once they slow down and get crazy. But normally I'm already done. I have to worry about this kind of stuff. But I like challenging myself sometimes. And this is a challenge for sure. See right here, look. There it is. You're above the 58. See that? Now, can the Bulls push that area 60, 58, 61? This is where the spike, if they're going to move it, this is where it's going to happen. Right here. Now, they got to move on this, guys. They could potentially push this all the way to 129 from here. All the way up. I mean, it could be just a blast off from here. But then again, it might not. It just depends if the Bears give it up and let the Bulls have it, or the Bulls give it back to the Bears at 58 short. But you're going to be playing at 58 right here no matter what. Bull-bear play. This is a bull-bear line. These are retail levels that people don't understand that will get you murdered in these markets. When somebody goes in here and trades this, they don't see this kind of shit. Like, well, this is going long, and all of a sudden it goes short, and it goes back long, it goes short, it goes back long. The reason it does that is because of the levels I'm telling you right now is why. This is why she does it. See how the 58 guys come through again? 58 short, right? So the 58 short comes back down. There she comes right back long. See that? We know it's there. And look at this. Look at that. Good example, right? Makes sense, right? Yeah, thank you. So you've got that long. Now you've got to just break 77 here, guys. Now the Bulls have established 77, and they want to run to 79. So now we know that this level right here, guys, right there, 79 is the key, that arrow. You break that arrow, you're going to run again. If you don't break the arrow, you're going to pull back to 57. And then you're going to go back down from 57 to 37. 37 is the bear target. So now we have to hold above the 61. And we have to hold above the 57, 61, 58 area. And if we break out above the 81 now, about the 81, 82. If we get past 82, we should start seeing try to thump again. Like you might see a little move here from 82. Can we get 82 to run without pulling back to the area of 65 now? Okay. So now you're trying to get 82 here to go right in this area. I hope that's right there. Yeah, it's close. If not, the Bears are going to be playing right around this right to 65. There's a 65 short. Bears know this. See that short at 65, guys? What I tell you. It's spot on. The Bears want to finish 65 out to get down here to push under 45. 45 is the push down to 37. Okay? So now you know if the Bears are in this trade at 65, if they don't break 45, guys, it won't last. If it does break 45, they're going to target the 37. Okay? But the Bulls are also going to be targeting the 45 and the 37 on the pullbacks, right? I'm just going to leave this on for a second. I don't want to confuse you guys. Take this off here. So see, now we're trying to get down here to 40, 44 and below. 44 to 37. Now, if they don't, the Bulls are going to come back to 63 long. 63, 64 long, guys. 64 is the Bulls. Okay? Bulls are sitting at 64 for a push. Bears need to push at 44. So it's 64 and 44. Can we get them to sell under 44? Or can we go 64 back to the long side, right? Can we get 64? And 64 might only move up to about 80. I'd say 70. 64 might go to 68 and then just kind of take off to 87. See, we need to be right in here somewhere. See, there we go. 64. But we're trying to get the tops of 86, 87. So the Bulls want to push this to 87 to get that run started. If you don't break 87, guys, you got to get out of it. That's what I'm doing. See, if I get to 86 pullback, boom, out. 85 pullback, out. I need 87 to continue this market move. I know this. If I can't get that continuation, why be in it? Because what's going to happen now is you're going to wind up pulling back to where? You're going to wind up pulling back to 65 again. We don't want to do that. We don't want to pull back to 65. No, not happening. Can we get 87 to run? Let me make sure it's 87. It might not be 87. It might be 80. It's 87. It's 87. 87 is where the Bulls need to establish that 87. If they can get 87, guys, it's a possible 128 or 129 move on this. Now you just got to stay at 87 and get 90. And now you go 90 to 93. Once you get 93, you're going to get that next push to 95. Now 95 turns into 98. 98 is going to try to push to 100. 100 to 104. 104 will push it back up. Where's your pullback? Bears, 86. 87 Bears, 104 Bulls. 104. Can we get 104 to hold? That's all you need for the push, 104. 104 is the pushing area for the Bulls. 83, 85 now is the pullback for Bulls. Bears are at 85. You can go way back to 85, rebuy and go back, or the Bears will short 85 down to where? 65. And we know this already. We've already got everything lined up. We already know it. If we get 104 to break, guys, we could see this push up again. And there it is. Pushed. Pushed to 107. Now you got to get 107 push. And what we're trying to do is we're going to see if these Bears push this. Bulls are going to try to push this to 128. They just got to get they got to get the 110 here to work now. 110. It's 110, guys. And we're doing good holding it. So now we know the pullback's 91. The 110 is the target to go higher, right? 110 is the high push move, and 90 is now the pullback. So watch 90. If it don't pull back and break 90, guys, she's not going down. So you know 90 is that area, right? push. Can we get 110 to push? That's all we're waiting on. Now it's 111. You just hit 110. Now it's 111. They went one tick on that push, but they're building it. They're trying to get up here, guys. But if we keep doing this, you're going to see these bulls. Eventually, they're going to get one of these push levels, and this is going to be on fire when they're just going to take it whole ass with it. 110 and 111. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Now it's 115. Now it keeps going. 122. Now it's 125. See that? You just went from 110 to 125, guys, instantly. And now the pullback is 105. So now you need 125 for push. Pushing at 125. Remember, I called 128, guys. 125 and 106. 125 is the push, 106 the pullback. You've got to get this 125 to 130, 129, 128. Once we break 128, we can see a big push to where? 148. Okay, so the bears know this. They're sitting at 108 now. Bears are at 108. Bulls push marker is 128, which we called that, and went right to it. Can we get 128 to break out right here, guys, and push? Now it's 132. 132, I think it is. Just make sure. It's 133, actually. 133 and 111. 111 is the pullback. 133 is the push level. How you guys like this? Anybody? Kind of cool, isn't it? To know exactly where this is going to go from push level to basic pullback level to bear level to bulls where they need to make that money. Amazing. Damn amazing. It's really good after the market settles, like in the run it's doing now. This is really good to use after you get to that first hour or so in the market, 10:30, 11 o'clock. This is perfect for that kind of stuff. It's perfect for market slow days where you know it's just going to be a bull run all day. 35, guys. 135. 135 push. 116 is the bears. Now, what I've told you guys about is that 147.48 level. If you can get up there, guys, to 148, watch and see if we get a big push off 148. You should see one right in this area, right between the 142, but that 148 could be really awesome. Now, 142 is the continuation level for the push. 148 could be a bigger push. The bears are now at 122, okay? So what we want to see, ooh, and there it is. Right to 142. We got to get past this 142 right there. We want 148 right here. And we want to avoid the 124. Okay? And there she goes. Can we get above that 48, guys? Can we? We just hit it. We hit 47.50. We got to get past 48, guys, or the bears will come back and pull it back to 27. 27 is the pullback. So we got to be above this 48 right here. I think it's 48. There it is. Or we could see these guys do stupid shit. And here's something. Well, actually, it's 127. Yeah, 127, 128. There. There you go. Can we get the breakout right here? Can we? And look at that push. Look at that. So you're push out above that 148 like I was telling you guys? Now we got to get 158. Now you got to break 58 here. how you get down to that 137 low down here, guys? See how they're trying to pull it? See, now we know the bulls will either buy back down here at 130. That might not be 137. That might be it is 137. 137.50. So the bulls might buy it back down here and push it back. But the object is the bears can come in at 137, and the bears can only pull it back right now. It's about 126. There's about a 10-point move off that 37 short. That's it. So guys, we did 20. We did 20. We did well. No, we did this morning. We did about what? 23 and 22, I think it was. So yeah, we did a lot today. Like 40 over 40 grand, 45,000. Yeah, we did nuts this morning. Craziness. And we do know that 148 is the hold in this market. If you can stay above 143 on the big level, you're going to make this move. And this goes to that 70 marker I kept telling you guys about this morning. See, they want to get this level up here about 155, 160. Because they do know if you break the 50 up here, guys, 48.50. This 48 level is crucial. If you can hold 48, you're trying to get to 70 on this. Because right now, our biggest move right here, guys, is going to be that 158 up there. If you can break 158 and hold, she's probably going to fly again. Or 130, what is that, 158? Yeah, 37.58, guys. 37.58. And we know 40 is crucial. Well, 45. 45 to 40 is crucial. So 45 to 48 is the crucial area that we know in with the big boys. Okay? But the small guys, 37 and 58 are the crucial. See 37? Now watch these bears. If these bears try to short right here at 37, they're only going to come down to probably 27. But if they don't make it work, guys, they might only come down a few ticks and go right back to 37 long. 37 long is that area where we know that we can buy back in and push it back to 58. Or the bears will try to bring it down a few ticks. Like I said, 27. And there's 28, 27 right there. See that? It's absolutely genius how they do this shit. So now the bears want to try to get down here now under the 15 and keep bringing it down if they can. Now your pullback goes back to 130 now. So this drops to 130 right here. Right there. Okay? And we have to establish under the 108 now. You got to be under 108 down here. Right here. 108 right there. If you don't break 108, not happening. So we just took the 27, we just took that 38 short down to 108. Boom, done, right? Then you turn around and go back 108 long, back to the top of where she was before, which is going to be right here. What? I think I got that wrong. 127. Yeah, 127. Right there. Right? Right? 27 right there. See 27 long? Now, the bears, the bulls will have a hard time pushing 27 because they got to push 27 to 38 again. And then 38 back to 58. So if you can get 27 to 38, you might establish 58. If not, you'll pull back to 27 and try to go back down to 108, right? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Oh yeah, man. We had a really good morning. We had a good morning. I'm just kind of jumping here now and just kind of showing what retail's doing and where when your slower markets starting to slow down a little bit. We know there's still money moves in this and going up, but we know we just got to be careful where we want to get in and out now. But big levels are still here to get in on. But I think it's fun to try to match these retail guys and see what they're doing. It's kind of fun. have to hold 27, guys? If you don't, you're going back to 108. And they know this. Now, they could only go halfway down from 108, but most of the time they'll try it. But I really do think right here is a good place to be for the Bulls at 27. But if they don't make it work, she's going to probably come down here at about 107, 108. I think it's even deeper than that. 107, I think, is the buyback. 107 is either going to be an entry going back north, or it's going to be a try to short to come down. So that's how they work it. But yeah, pretty good morning, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the morning with me. So you guys understand this part of it? Do you understand how I'm showing you the direction on this? Or are you confused or not? This is kind of like what we can do during. This is perfect for like slow markets too, especially if it's really slow. I love the really slow ones because man, you can really know then just wait around, and kill it. You're confused how I don't lose. I've been doing it for too long, man. You know when you like become like a pro NASCAR driver or a pro football player? These guys know everything about that shit. That's why they're professionals. Same way with trading. You figure out things that make it work for you. A system that works for yourself. Something that you and guys, I don't know. Steve will tell you he's been with me a long time, and some of the other guys. I'm always thinking, always. My mind goes all the time, and when I'm in the zone in trading, guys, my mind just absolutely looks at a lot of different stuff because I've trained myself that way. All the stuff you're seeing and I'm teaching you guys, I've learned on my own. It's called hours and hours. I bet you I have 10,000 hours of back testing or more. I mean, I have a lot of time on these charts, thousands of hours. But to me, they're not charts anymore. They're just structure, like the building blocks of what I'm trying to do. I look at a chart different now. See how the 108 is trying to come down? I just look at things different than I used to. And people have influenced those. Like I've had people tell me certain little things about the markets. Or maybe they made a comment one day that I'm like, wait a minute. That comment he just made makes sense. It's just like with some of the guys we have here. There's some guys here on my team that made some comments, especially one of our tech guys. He's made a few comments, and I'm like, what's he talking about? And then I'm like, let's go test that. And I'm like, well, frick, that would work, but will it work with this or that? And then I take that comment and go, well, let me test it against this theory. And then it might not work against that theory, but the other theory it does. So it's kind of cool how you can learn things from just by watching other people and listening to other people of kind of what they're doing, what they're saying. And see the Bears have come down past 108. Now they're going to try to pass the 96 down here, 93. They got to get 93 now. They can be right down here, right about there, 93. If you don't break 93, she's not going to break. I think 93 will pull back to about 86 probably if they do. 86 down to about 84. They could get a big move though if they really tried down to 65 if they were really serious about this. But you can't be serious with these Bears today because this is a bull market. These are just pullbacks, guys. You're the money king. Thank you, Big Al. Thank you, RQ. Yeah, I mean this is what I like to do though. I like to see how I'm going to take trades and where I'm going to take trades. What's the impact if I take the wrong side of this shit? In the morning, always use my big levels, guys, banks and all that to structure me. But in the afternoons, if I'm trading or at night, I'm using stuff like this, you know. And you guys can see the 108s come down. Now it's to 73. You gotta be under 73 down here. See, they gotta be right here now, right about there. And then the Bulls are pulling back up here. The Bulls have set themselves up now at 88, so we know that the Bulls have the 88 marker right here, right about here, right there. So see, Bulls are here, Bears are there. Now, if we get this push right here, guys, see, if they would sell this at 63 or here, see this? If they can sell it, if they can get under 63, they're going to try to push this down probably to 42 again. But the problem is going to be right here at the 63 long, because there's bulls sitting there also, and we know this. That's the buyback area, 63 north. Okay, so they might be going long back here, and it'll be 80 now. It's not 88 anymore. So they would try to push this up to right about this area, 80 marker for the long, for a continuation of the run. So be 80. 80's where the Bulls are, 61's where the Bears are. So now the Bears got to break 61 to 59. If they don't, the Bulls are going to try to get 78 to 80. Well, see, we can do this shit all day. I can do this shit all day long. All day. That's right, man. Sometimes, guys, when you get where you know this really well, you're like, okay, I'm just going to take a trade or two and I'm going to quit. Because then you're going to know it. You're just going to jump in and take a couple $1,000 and walk away. Like, okay, I'm done. It's, I made $2,000 this morning and I'm just going to go about my day. 11 o'clock, you'll be like, okay, I'm going to the beach or I'm going here. I'm going to go do this or that or the other. Okay, so now, guys, we're waiting to see if these guys will break the 78. See? So we know the Bulls are at 78. We know the Bears are at 68. Or Bears are at 58, sorry. 58 and 78. 58, 78. You see, the Bears really, I don't know. I still think the Bears can't do shit until they get way low on this. I think where the Bears are trying to get to today, guys, is going to be that 25, 23 area right here. If you can get down here, guys, 25, 23, that's where I think the Bears are going to make a comeback. If they get to this 25, 23, I expect them to come right back down the long and short line. That would be pretty much what I would be thinking about. See how she's staying between 78 now and 58, guys? Just sitting there. See right here? Right there? That's 78. See? Now they got a top 86 to keep running. And now you got a top 86 to 92. Now you got to break 92 to stay in this. If not, she pulls back to 78. See? Jumping, make something. There it is. Boom. Not a lot, but hey. It's just showing you guys this is how you can do it. And there's money on these areas every time. You just got to make sure you take it, and if she pulls back, you got to get out of it, because you can go back to your pullback and go short again. Because we know that 78 is the short now, back to 58. But we also know 78 goes back to 92. So can they hold 78 back to 92, or will they take 78 and try to crash it down to 58? See that? Look, watch. They're threatening it. See that? Watch right there. See this? 80. Whoop, whoop, no. Watch 78. know 78 is where the money is. See that? Look at that. Look at that money, guys. Just boom, $1,000. Quick thousand. If you break 92, you're done. It's going to keep going. It's going to try to edge above 92. But we know 78 is the pullback. See that? Look how many times she hit 78, guys, and pulled up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, remember I told you about the 58? Look at this shit. Right to 58. Right down to it on purpose. See this? Look. Right there, 58. It went right to it, guys. Isn't that beautiful? So we know this short is sitting, not there, shit, get out of there. We know this short is sitting down here at 58, and now the bull's got to go back to 94 to make something work for them. They probably could get something at 79 or 80, but I don't know. It's going to be kind of tricky this time on 78, I think. It went right exactly where we said it was going to go. It went up to 90. It went up there, hit that 94 area, and came right back down and tapped the 58 and pulled back. And 58 said buy-in. So 58 can either go up or down. It's either going to do one or the other. It's either going to scale at 58 and go short, boom, or it's going to go straight 58 and go long. See, these guys would like, there he goes. They went 58 long. See? Back to 72 long. Now see, watch. If they come back here, guys, at 72 long, they'll try to hold 72 long. So it's 72 long now and 52 short. See? The bulls know this. But that's also the short right there at 72. So they can short 72 back down to 52, or they can go 72 and try to establish 92. So you kind of see where how this works out when the market gets slow. That's right. Yep. You can't cheat in this game. You have to be spot on to make this work. And guys, when you're trading, you always come in with a plan. You know, you see me this morning, guys. I came in with a plan and told you guys where she was going to go in our first trade, and we did it. I mean, 59 seconds. We had 8 grand this morning in 59 seconds this morning. 8,000 in less than a minute. And that's what we do. We're going to plan every day, guys. We will have a plan, and we'll structure our plan to make our trade. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here. It's 20 after. Riz is ready to take over. So Riz, I'm going to hand the reins over to you this morning. Yes, sir. I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning between 9 and 9:15, and we'll get it done tomorrow. Yan wants to speak. So anyway, so you guys have a great day. Have a good afternoon. And if you've already made your money, don't keep trading, guys. Don't. Learn how to be patient and walk away. Turn that shit off. Turn it off. Go find something else to do. Kick the cat, slap your wife, whatever. Not slap her, you know what I mean. Just do something. Do something else, man. Find a hobby. If you're home trading and you're making money, that's your job. When 11 o'clock comes, guys, have a hobby. Find something to do. Go play a video game. Do something else. Don't be on your trading chart. Keep your money, guys. I always tell one guy, I met somebody when I was in Tennessee, and he told me, he said, you know, you've repeated to me 3 or 4 times in conversation that 9 to 11 I should stop trading. I said, yeah. He said, you know what? That's some good advice. He said, I think I'm going to stop if I got money. Now, if you don't have money, yeah. Or if you've only got a couple $100, you want to try to make a little more, that's great. But guys, if you're sitting with 2 grand at 11 o'clock, I'd keep it. And Riz will tell you the same thing. Try stuff on your sim now. Try some strategy. Throw some different EMAs on your screen. Throw some VWAPs. Throw some all kinds of different things that you want to look into. Now's the time to do it. While Riz is on, if you've made money, now's the time to get with him. Test out a few things, right? So anyway, guys, have a good day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow morning between 9 and 9:15. Well, Riz, have a good day, brother. Talk to you later.